Hey guys, joeblue back again for another.
And this is I Can Do Better with the pure, outright truth about joeblue. Because Hildur have now been banned. My partner, yes, I'm not gonna hide that shit. She has now been banned by joeblue. And for what? Telling him the truth. How do I know that? If I just simply go to Nubmuffin, you can see here Joe actually responds to Hildur, but her comment is not here. There's no comment from Hildur here. If we go further down, I'm fairly certain it also was here. If not, then I have another one I can... Okay, it wasn't here. Then I have another place I can show it. I can do it on his previous live stream. Going to his one more test to check quality live stream. Opening both of them. Respond to Hildur, respond to Hildur, respond to Hildur, responds to Hildur, responds to Hildur. And Hildur's comments are gone. We go down here. Responds to Hildur and responds to Hildur. And they are gone. However, how do you know someone are banned from someone's channel when the actual person still can see their own comments? Hildur's comment. I'm going here to Nubmuffin. You can go back here and see the Filth of Hun Showdown number 20. The Filth of Hun Showdown number 20. Yeah, but you could just not have updated this part here, which shows that she's not banned on her own account because she can see her own comment. And you could just have reported it over here. Yeah, but if it's reported, I shouldn't be able to see it whatsoever. It should be removed. Nubmuffin. Her comments are still here. Now, I will go through this slowly. A detailed explanation as to why Joe are wrong. Him crying about it, why he needs to be right. As I said, I will go through it slowly. This here is a very in-depth, detailed explanation. This here is Joe crying even more. You can see like also a long comment. This here was the second part she made to Joe. The first part is not even showing because somehow he just wanted to delete that. And you can see it's long, step by step through what he says. And then he's like, nuh-uh. And responding again with even more details about what's going on. And for that matter, stop restricting / deleting the first part of my comment because nothing in that comment was the slightest offensive. So if it is being restricted as potentially inappropriate, then it's you having insane restrictions in your video. Now, let's go through what this is. As I said, slowly. You can pause to read if you need more time. Nubmuffin says no footstep is not gonna help him. Because the in-game audio in Hun Showdown number 20 was showing heavy rain. You could not even hear Joe's teammate. Which is funny because that's the reason why Hildur got banned. And I'm gonna come into it. You can see here, all this here explains why Joe are mistaken about what's going on in his video. And then he's just crying, no, I need to be right. I swear, one of these days, you'll actually catch a cheater. That's Joe quoting Nubmuffin. And then he says, why don't you tell me what I'm supposed to learn here? Blah, 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 saying, I didn't do anything wrong. These are the cheaters doing it. Again, you're welcome to pause to read, so you can get it even more. Here, try to explain what you could have learned in the past on other videos, and you never seem to want to hear it. That is what goes on for everyone who talks to Joe, and furthermore, detailed explanation as to why he is wrong. Mistake 1. Upon noticing the exit of the window, you should have taken more space between him and you. You have a better ranged weapon, which he did. This protects you from his main damage and gives you an edge. You instead stayed next to the window and within his kill range. Compact Spectre has an effective range of 10 meters. That is in-game facts. There's absolutely nothing there Joe can do to change that. You don't have to worry about your friend burning for a while. This is wrong. His friend was under the roof, which means the heavy rain was not gonna hit him. So this here is not completely right. Disengage and get a better position that works better for your ranged weapon. You played into his hand and stayed close range where he had the advantage. That right there is completely correct. That is factually true. If he does not burn, if he does burn your body again with when the heavy rain subsides, you use another beetle. Wait, I'm just curious about something. Was the friend burning prior to the heavy rain? Nah, it's heavy rain here. Yeah, it's heavy rain here, but you can see up there is the slight roof. So if we do, you can see that is the roof here. The friend is under the roof. Okay, so again, this here was incorrect. This here was correct. Still, never beetle when people are close. Correct. It makes a sound when you start beetling. It makes a sound when the beetle is flying. Regardless how fast you trigger the beetle to explode, it still gives the enemy a time to rush you. You don't really get lucky. He did. You got really lucky. He didn't push you there, and that was his mistake. That is correct. The moment you whooped out the beetle, an audio noise should have been audible, unless you had Whispersmith. That is also correct. And any hunter worth their salt would have pushed you in that instant. That is also correct. Though I have not heard that expression before, so my mistake for not knowing all the expressions. I still have things to learn. Much earlier in the game, 406, you heard his footstep in the building across from you. Your partner is making his way inside, yet you decided to go onto the roof. By doing so, you opened an escape path for him. That is also correct. Look at this here. His partner, as you can see, was just slowly moving up. So I can speak at the same time. His partner is now fairly far up. Oh, no, wait. His partner was at the gate. The other gate could have been open, I don't know.
I'm trying to creep up onto the roof.
And there it is. I'm trying to creep onto the roof. It's not even because there's a reason for it. And if anything, Joe literally just gave the guy an opportunity to creep out from the same level Joe just was. In a bit. Look at this.
Oh my god, I've fallen off the fucking roof, mate. How did that happen? Fucking hell.
Lack of map knowledge, map awareness. You are lacking the required knowledge to know how that section works.
Why is there a tiny little ramp there?
It has always been there. Like, always, since the start of the fucking game. Right there, you made noise running into the roof. The enemy could literally just creep across right now on the floor beneath you. Because look at this here. Your partner is only at the beginning of that section down there. He cannot see the enemy might be down here crossing.
He must be somewhere. I haven't heard him move.
He could literally have crossed crossed the path underneath you right now, where you yourself came from.
Well, I'm on the roof now.
Which is stupid.
You couldn't have got down.
No, he just went across. Because there's a free path for him to do so. Joe made noise, ran into the middle of the roof, and are literally giving him the opportunity to be on the floor beneath.
Past me. I'm on the second floor.
Why do you need to aim at your partner like this? If he had come up on the other side with Lightfoot climbing the ladder and crouching all the way into from the building there, you would be exposed. You would have been killed.
I'm just above you up the ladder.
Yeah, I can see it.
He's on the other
You could hear the fire, which obviously tells you that something exploded over there. The enemy is on the other side. As I said, he literally just went on the pathway you came from.
It's outside.
That door down there was closed together with the door on the other side. So that is not the floor he came from.
I can hear him. He's below
You yourself are saying you can hear him.
me in this building. He's fighting something.
The reason I'm taking note of that is for evidence here in a moment. You are unable to hear your own teammate crouching in that section. So why should you be able to hear the enemy crouching in that section? That ladder right there could have been your death moment from before, when you were on the roof retardedly looking at your teammate downstairs, when on the other roof there. Because he could have climbed up here, snuck on over to the other side where you just came from, and then just headshotted you while you were on the roof looking down on your teammate. With Lightfoot, that is possible.
Is that the door? Is that the window?
Can you see him?
I don't know what your teammate just did, but he ran out through the window, completely ignoring the enemy that was sitting on the roof out there, which makes completely perfect sense because you heard a metal noise out there.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the fucking ladder. It's literally on my body. Solar player thing.
That's a flare, meaning he is quick to swap over to another weapon. This here is where the beetle would have fucked you up if he was actually charging you. You can hear his footsteps inside. So there is no way you can whine about him walking there. You saw him there as you yourself argue in the commentary. Then there was a slight bumping sound, which is the same as someone hitting their microphone. But my microphone is better, so your teammate might have a shitty microphone. That might have sounded slightly different. However, it was not directional. It didn't come from your left. It was sudden, subtle, and silent, basically. Non-existent. Could also have been a decoy that makes footsteps that was thrown all the way on the ground. That is also a possibility. You claim it came from in here in the room as some sort of vault, and he shot you from the
I
side.
knew he went around the corner, man. I knew he was around the corner.
If you knew he was around the corner, why the fuck did you brain deadly look into the room? Now let me show you something. That there is where the enemy could potentially have been hiding here, or just simply on the other side of the wall as your teammate crouches past him. Then the enemy makes a sound out there, and your teammate then rushes to him and got shot. That is the most viable explanation, the most logical explanation as to what happened with your teammate. However, as you could not hear your teammate crouching, explain why you should be able to hear the enemy crouch right here. There is no reason why you should be able to hear the enemy crouching in that section right there. Back to the comments. As I said and explained right now. There's more to say, but those are the ones that's most obvious. Then here, mistake 1. You also have a bow, which has better range. Now you're just making excuses for why you actually didn't play to your own advantage rather than playing to his advantage. Which makes no sense whatsoever why you would ever play to your enemy's advantage. This here is a blatant lie to wipe your own hands, saying, I didn't do anything wrong. This here is just the same. You don't have to worry about your friend burning while he's for a while he's in heavy rain. We do agree with you on that, Joe. I literally just said it. He didn't have the advantage. I had covered the angle. Yeah, you're so covering the angle. See what's happening when you are so covering the angle. Exactly. So you're not you're not covering the angle. It was the mysterious sound that made me look elsewhere that got me killed. No, it was not. That's you reacting to something that has absolutely nothing to do with the game. The same is the what he goes through and does in the entire comment. Again, I'm going to do this so you can pause to read and slow it down. Pause to read if you want to read the entire thing. That's Hildurs' comment down there. So here you go. A few seconds to catch that. And onwards. This here is her part 2. So from how did he get off the roof if my mate is going inside and didn't hear him come out? Because he was already out from the roof. And as you can see here, your mate is inside right now. The enemy is just sitting directly on the other side.
That door, is that the window?
Your mate is then creeping. Your mate is then walking out, making noise to when and where he comes from.
Let me see.
Even these footsteps here are difficult for you to even hear.
Yeah.
Even the running, holy crap.
Is that the window? Fucking that door, is that the window?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Even the running is basically impossible to hear. Basically, you can slightly hear it. But seriously, what the fuck is going on with your sound? However, continue. Just because you cannot hear it does not mean it is not possible. It is not a possible thing proven by your endless amount of no footstep that have footstep sound. Also, the evidence up there, You cannot hear your own friend, thus your own friend must be cheating with no footsteps. You don't like that, which is why you blocked Hildur, banned Hildur. He has to go down through the building. No, he does not. He have to walk straight through the building because he took the path you left open from him when you climbed onto the roof. He was in the building before both of you. If he could have used Lightfoot, which makes him climb ladders silently, and you would have your answer there. That is if he came from another position going down through the building. Just explaining. Then you never heard him go up a floor to where he killed me. He does not need to. He's on the exact same floor as your teammate. Which means, as Hildurs said, you went down a floor when you went from the roof down. You matched exactly where your teammate is together with the floor of the enemy. Stop blatantly lying. He made no noise when my teammate ran him back inside the other building. Your teammate did not run him back inside the building. Your teammate was caught outside of the building. The enemy simply went around the corner, which can be seen with how your mate dies going around the corner too. Bingo. Only after he killed my teammate did he then make footsteps inside the building, because he was not inside the building prior to that. Because the heavy rain was still obfuscating the footstep happening outside, which is normal. Even your own teammates' footsteps cannot be heard. How come his footsteps can be heard in the rain at that point, but then cannot be heard later? You're not giving a timestamp. Was it up here? No, it's the second one, so it might be. Oh, it was up here, wasn't it? No, it was down in that comment. I was reading up muffins. Further down. What was it I came to? Somewhere here. Nope, no, absolutely no timestamp. The only timestamp there is that one there, which is you proving that you're leaving the access open, and him climbing down the ladder in the other building, which is when you'll then look at your own teammate for, I have no idea how long that took. But yeah, as you see, like, logic and actual reasoning based on the actual game is what's being explained here. Pause to read, because here are Joe's comment and Joe's comment here. This, as you can see, this is the entire thing. He was in the building before both of you could have used light step whatsoever, but he still has to run through the building to get out. No, he does not. He was on the floor of your teammate, outside on the roof. He does not need to have been outside. He was burning the inside, killing the zombies with fire, then sneaking to the roof. That's why you could hear him. The metal noise you heard, not the glass, because there's glass inside. Climbing ladders silently doesn't account of the no footstep of him inside the building all the time. Building at all. You went down a floor, but it's a 3-story building, right? I fell down from 3rd to 2nd floor, So they must have been coming from first to second. No, they did not. They went from, as you see here, as you see, that's far back. Here. Your teammate is literally just opening the gate down here, which logically would then explain the other gate is closed. If we then go further into the show here, that door there is then closed too. He could obviously have closed it after him. He could have. That door there is also closed. Again, he could obviously have closed it afterwards. But then arguing for for Lightfoot, climbing something like a ladder is completely silent. So even if he came from downstairs, he would climb the ladder silently. And with how much time you used on the other building, no, he could literally just have gone in through there. But he was further away. I was right onto of this guy. No idea what that means. And made no noise leaving the building to go out of it and around the corner. That's just your excuse. You heard metal. You think it was directly beneath you, but it was the metal on the other side of the building. Period. How can I then stop reacting to irrelevant sound that has absolutely nothing to do with the fight at hand? How can I not react to that, to what sounds clearly like a player? A sound like a player? What the fuck? With Lightfoot, you vault and climb silently. And then you're responding to the exact same thing one more time. It's from the direction of, it's from the room directly to my left. You're talking nonsense. What sound? It's the sound of a fucking microphone being hit. Then prove that such cheat exists. Why do I need to prove that such cheat exists when the fact exists within the video? Because otherwise it's just a baseless claim. Sometimes you don't need to find a dead body to know that a murder happened. True, you don't need to find a dead body to know that a murder happened, but you still need to find evidence that the murder happened by this person. If the evidence of the murder is at the crime scene, what evidence of the murder if there is no body? This right here is the exact same thing, like Hildurs is going to respond with. Here is the exact same thing as Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp case. Lol, if he hit his microphone, it wouldn't be directional. It wasn't. It wouldn't be coming from inside the room. It wasn't. It wouldn't be mixed in. It wouldn't be in the mix of the game. It wasn't. It was from Discord. Like, stop claiming things are somewhere they are not. Again, there's absolutely no reason for you to look at that sound. That is not part of the game, but it is part of the game. Baseless claim. Here, the microphone doesn't sound like a player jumping. He didn't jump. He didn't jump. And coming from wrong direction, it didn't. Microphones are mono input, doesn't matter. You understand what that means? It doesn't matter. Okay, seriously. And then you're just continuing with a load of crap there. Says the one thinking it's more rational and more reasonable and logical to claim cheats without actually proving such cheat does exist. The facts in the video prove the cheats exist. No, it doesn't. Then Hildurs goes through it step by step, incredibly detailing what is going on in his video. Furthermore, detailed And this here is when she got banned by joeblue. How do you know joeblue does not like actual truth and reality? It's very simple, actually. If we then go down here, for example, on Fritz's video, if I'm not mistaken, Joe should have responded. Yeah, Joe responded to Fritz. Fritz has also been banned. If we go further down, did it happen here? Not that one. Was it here? Insulting me for no apparent reason. Still there. I know there is a comment where at some point I also got a response from Joe and he didn't delete it. That's the thing I'm trying to figure out where it is now. Was it all the way down here? Did he remove that actually? Interesting. I was responding to something and then Joe responded to me, which should leave an evidence that he have a reply to me. As you can see, these replies here. But it does seem like he actually removed those to clean up his own mess. That's why I'm also making this video here, to make sure that what he says is exposed as the lies he's creating. The gaming merchant. Did I have it in here? Please shut the fuck up with that shit. Did I have it in here? Sorry for scrolling through like this. Username Gento, username Gento. Okay, apparently not. Interesting. So it is removed. However, if I simply do this here, I can just go back in mine and show that since May 2024, me and Joe have had a long history. Going further back, further back, further back. March 21, 21st. But yeah, you can see here, like, there is a long ass history between me and Joe. February. I've continuously, since December 2023, I've continuously proven that joeblue is lying and cheating about everything he says and does. Now, he's banning more and more people from his channel, proving that he is a liar, that he does not know how to catch cheaters. But he cannot accept that. That's why he's doing all this fucking shit here, to keep his hands clean, saying he's the best of the best. And his demigod reaction time together with his crab ass aim lapse shows how good he is. Like, his demigod reaction time is on a point click. Can I find it? Demigod. There we go. His demigod reaction time is on a point click. What here shows anything in regards to moving targets? Sorry, that was a hiccup. Absolutely nothing. Then he also claims his Fortnite shit here with aim lapse. this here shows anything remotely close to actually proving how good he is with targets. These here are stationary targets in a grid shot. It takes absolutely nothing to reach 20,000 points. joeblue have done it in 15 seconds. I have done it in 20 seconds. You still have 45 seconds left for the entire fucking thing. Nothing in aim-labs shows anything remotely close to skill in games. And yet joeblue's entire channel is just insulting everyone because he cannot accept losing to legit players. And I just remembered, if we then see what he's actually fucking doing, he then cries. Hildurs was just pointing out that Beckbrew was a cheater. Then joeblue comes to her channel just outright saying absolutely nothing. And then continues doing absolutely nothing. Like, you can literally see this here on her channel. He has not deleted this yet. That's why I'm going through it on my video. So by the chance he's actually deleting it, you will still have the evidence for it.
Well, hello. Well, he just said it. He might delete this. I'm actually thinking that he will delete this because he's a coward.
Most likely.
He there in this thread he starts spamming me with mental illness and saying that I asked me actually if I spread the mental illness to you. I think that was it.
I don't remember correctly.
Yeah, something like that. You can read it. And when I comment, I think it was either in the 19th or in the 20th. He called me Princess Mental Illness.
He also did it on your own video.
Yeah, he did said a lot of shit on my video because he cannot stand that a girl can play Hunt better than him. And he cannot stand that I'm a 5-star and he's a 2.5 maximum.
Well, the mental illness is out of this world. That's one of the evidences for it.
And it's funny that he says, I am mental ill, but he...
And that's his response again. You can see, like, this here, and then a long ass explanation as to what's going on, and then he just responds
mental
illness.
Yeah, like a child.
He has no valued opinion of his own. He's only, I need to be right.
Yeah.
So I need to insult you. That's ad hominem fallacy. That's fallacious behavior, which he cries everyone else also doing.
So guys, be very careful with this man here because he is one of the most childish and one of the worst losers I've seen in my entire life. I mean, I don't want to say anything. Like, I sincerely didn't want to insult you, but you are the one who has mental illness, my lord. Because I sincerely cannot see how can you still be on the internet because you
quoting
don't deserve.
Nothing. I didn't never notice that. Quoting nothing and says I have already explained it.
It's because
Explained what?
It's because I asked why I was cheating for him to prove, and he said I have already explained why you're cheating. But all he said was aimbot.
Yeah, and he says, but you know I have.
Yeah. You sir.
Then prove it.
Yeah.
You also here responded, but we both know you have not.
And as he comments, all this because of that backbrew guy there.
More mental illness.
That backbrew guy, I had to ban from my channel because he also came to.
No, he was just outright insulting you.
Yeah, he came to say a lot of shit in 2 of my videos, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna ban you because I don't have time to.
He was not even talking about your videos. He was just outright insulting you and such.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Joe, I know that you like his comments. And if you ever watch this video, I know that you support this amazing cheater that is basically loving you and you loving him. So enjoy.
It's incredible how joeblue can demand being the anti-cheater and yet still loving the support he gets from actual cheaters. I already know you're a cheater. I've explained you're a cheater. Where's that?
and the worst part of all is that in that
Okay,
same,
seriously?
sorry,
No.
that same thread there,
Why did he write mind? He made up his mind.
it was all the way up there. It wasn't the start of the conversation. It wasn't the end of it. After some time, after he came to my channel like that, I actually lost a little bit of my respect there because there was no way for me to.
Here. I don't care because I have seen it and made up my mind because I know what cheating looks like.
Yeah.
Clearly not.
Yeah, you cannot. You don't
Like,
know.
You have absolutely no idea what cheating looks like. But this here was just me entering it, and to top it off even more, show you here what super obvious aimbot compared to all the other obvious aimbots.
Dead.
I will show that clip.
Dead.
Nice. That is so obvious aimbot. Now let's see it one more time. Slow it down. So super obvious aimbot that we just ignore the shadow that's actually walking through there. The shadow that's walking through there. Like, super obvious aimbot. And let's also ignore the sound of it. No one else here. Listen carefully and hear the footsteps going through.
Dead. I would like to make one last point because he also said that my aim there was weird. It was moving weird. And let me say this: you did the same, I think, in your 19th, in your highlight, Mister, because that there doesn't look like you playing. You're too aggressive. You play like a coward and a scared cat because you're insecure of your skills in the game. So it's kind of interesting because, yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, show it.
Because no, you're talking about him being a coward and such in his highlight, right?
No.
Yeah. In 19, I was just making sure that it was 19.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. Look at this here. This here is how joeblue is playing in Field of Hunt number 19 highlight, without actually having any sound from his microphone to help show that it is him.
I'm a bit far behind you. Coming behind you.
But you see, sorry.
There the enemy died, but see how he's charging the enemy, and now compare it with the moment of his live stream.
Can I make a point there?
No, it was not the live stream. It was this one here. Now compare it with the moment here, how he's just creeping around. I don't need the sound because you already saw how it ends. But see how carefully he's moving and not just charging. He knows the enemy is on the roof. He's not charging the roof or anything. There are multiple angles to the roof, but he's not doing shit from it. You wanted to speak?
Yeah, I was just want to point out in that moment there he's trying to, like, let's say wall bang through the barricade there, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The movement he does with his aim is not as much different as the one I did in that moment there in the door.
Not at all.
So if I'm using a clear aimbot or whatever you want to add, say to that, you are also using that, my sir. It's simple. Period.
But you can see here how, in this clip, how he's creeping around rather than actually contesting the enemy. Like, he's playing as if it's Metal Gear Solid. He's just creeping around doing absolutely nothingness. Like, absolutely nothing here indicates that he is an aggressive person. He's super careful. And he's super slow. He's crouching everywhere, doing absolutely nothing in the game to push his enemies. And from here, you saw the entire other thing, so I will just cut it here, because this is where his teammate opens the gate. Then he creeps onto the roof, and they are slowly getting over to the other building. But this clip here shows this here is not how joeblue are playing. This here and this here are two different people. That's why this here have no sound, and this here have joeblue's voice.